Hey, that show you were watching last night, we stopped you during the break. Bobby's telling us this crazy story. I guess there's a new show on TV called Monsters Inside.
It's called The Monsters Inside, and the fucking
what channel?
Animation.
Do you know?
It's on.
Because people would probably want to check.
I think it's on
out.
Animal Planet.
Is it? I thought it
a
was
Travel Channel or Animal Planet. Either one of those, I think it is.
I see the commercials for that, and it makes me not want to watch it because I know I'll start to have like anxiety.
I'll think I have it.
The actual the animation they show at the beginning of the show is like it's your insides, and then it shows this almost like a fucking stingray type of micro fucking animal organism just going over your like fucking organs and fucking attacking your cells. And
that's beautiful.
It's all about these little micro fucking monsters they're fucking alien monsters. I mean, these things have. Like, this one last night, this lady had on her inner thigh, she thought it was a heat rash. Then she thought, she went to the doctor, they said poison oak. In reality, it was a fucking monster in her fucking belly that would shoot out. It had a horn that came out of its mouth that shot little eggs out of it.
Stop it.
I swear to God. It shoots eggs out of that, and the eggs actually came out of her fucking piss onto her leg and attacked them.
The cord, my fucking headphone cord just rubbed against my arm and freaked me out. You fucking assholes.
This is worse than a horror film.
Holy shit.
And these little things were on the outside of her body, in her skin now, outside of her body. The one I watched last night freaked me out so bad.
Now, wait, can I slow you down for a second? Now,
Please do.
You look at these tiny organisms in your body and stuff. Why can't they be the aliens? Why do we always have to look at aliens as the image we all kind of throw in our brain as soon as you think aliens?
What if we're the aliens to them and they're attacking us like we're attacking other countries?
Why can't these be aliens?
Yeah, these fucking things, when you see, they are aliens, man.
They live in you. There's living things inside you that you have no control over.
Look at that. Just fucking multiplies into it. This guy, that's a tapeworm, which is actually segmented. But the ringworm, this guy last night, dude, he came back from Iraq. He had stomach problems, so he started doing a cleanse, like a vegetable cleanse for 3 months.
Yeah.
Around 2 months in, he's in bed. He gets stomach cramps. He wakes up to go to the bathroom. He thought he shit himself, and then all of a sudden he felt something slapping his inner thighs.
What is it? What?
He reached down to his ass and something was hanging out of his asshole.
What, a trout? What the fuck is this?
It was just
shit. This is sick.
It was just a hard shit.
He grabbed the end of it. It was alive.
No way. No way.
He pulled a fucking 9-inch worm out of his asshole. Okay?
Was it attached to a man? It's not. That's called a cock.
He pulled it out. It was in his hand, moving. It was still alive.
That is horror movie shit.
Then he called his wife, and he showed to show his wife, which I don't. If I pulled a worm out of my asshole, I'm not telling anybody except the doctor. I'm not going to call my wife over because I'd never.
You'd call your wife over if you have a nice shit in the toilet. Why not if you have a worm?
What do you mean? I leave it in for.
There you go.
I know.
But
so
a worm. Ugh.
I think you got to show the world.
Fuck that.
A 9-inch worm.
9-inch worm.
Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. If you have one, they lay eggs. So he went to the doctor, he goes, look, you have one that's 9 inches, which means you probably have a lot more.
I'd drink Drano. I would just drink fucking Drano and take my chances.
Imagine pulling up, feeling something like an eel slapping in your inner thighs.
There's maggots in his head. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this. There's maggots in his head.
Making noises, and it's moving.
Oh, that's the one. Oh, they got video of that. That's fucked up.
Aaron Dallas is a ski instructor in Carbondale, Colorado. In the spring of 2007, something stops Aaron in his tracks.
It was planting time, and as I was bending over to shovel, I felt this sharp pain in the back of my head. As I bent down, it got worse and worse.
A week later, he begins to feel the skin on the back of his head is changing.
What?
I started to discover there were some distinct bumps on the back of my head.
Aaron can feel a ring of 5 individual bumps protruding from the back of his head.
Oh my God.
As I'm lying in bed one night, I can hear noises in the back of my head. I hear the bumps making noise. Just a very faint scratch, 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 scratch. I woke my wife up and I said, "You've got to see it. It's making noises and it's moving." I took a shower right before I went to the doctor and went with wet hair to see the doctor. And he parts my hair, looks at the bump, and pauses. He goes, "Oh my God. What is it? What do you see? What is it?" And he says, "I don't know. All I can see are things moving inside the bumps on the back of your head."
Fuck you!
I think they're botflies.
The botfly is a hairy insect about twice the size of a housefly. Its maggot larvae are known to live as parasites in human flesh.
Fuck you! Get out of here! Stop
I'm
it!
relieved that I'm not going crazy, that there really are things moving and making noise on the back of my head.
Aaron's head has been a nursery to 5 growing botflies. Skin provides food and shelter for baby botflies.
Goddamn motherfucker!
I don't like to use the word maggots because it's not a very nice word and it doesn't make me feel very good that there were maggots in my head. But what he showed me were maggots.
Why would anyone watch this?
Oh, fucked up.
A high school senior.
Oh no! What does she have?
Dude.
A high school senior.
What has she got? Stuff in her eyes?
Woke up with a big Italian cock in her vagina.
Nice.
You want to do one more? We got to know what happens to the high school
what
senior.
happens to her?
And then
Is
we
it
got Dr.
sexy?
Steve on the line.
Is it sexy?
Do you want to know?
Look at her face. There's no way what she has is sex. She's
No,
humiliated
she
her.
really doesn't look
High
happy.
school senior falls victim to a veiled attacker.
It was an actual creature, a living creature in my eye.
I don't want this. I can't get this. Please, God, don't give this to me.
Chicago. 16-year-old Mallory Greener is at
Stop
the
being
end of her
racist.
summer
You won't
break.
do it.
Mallory has tickets to see her
God
favorite boy
agrees
band.
with me.
The lights are bothering me at the concert. It really feels like there is something in my eye, but in so much pain, and it's just very irritating.
When the concert
Sometimes
ends,
my eye
the
itches.
pain continues.
That's
I
it.
hate this. I got this. I don't
The
want
next
this
morning,
ever.
she wakes up to spend her first day as a senior.
The eye was in so much more extreme pain than the night before. I'd call out for my mom. She comes running in to see if I'm okay. The only thing I can do is just hold my eye, and
Her brown
it
eye.
hurt to the point where I was just.
I had to make a joke. This one's killing me.
Concerned about her condition, Mallory's mother, Marcia, takes her to see a local ophthalmologist.
On the eye surface on the pictures, it looks like little white clumps of dots. He says that the dots are in fact a parasite that is living in my eye.
Just
They
laying
have a way of
eggs.
penetrating the skin layer and
Fuck.
then getting deeper into the cornea and basically setting
No!
a shock there. So they're basically looking for a home and also for food.
Not
This
in your
parasitic
eye.
infection is called acanthamoeba keratitis. The parasite can damage the eye so badly that Mallory could lose her cornea, her sight, and eventually the eyeball itself.
Ah, they eat your eye. I don't want that.
I don't mind the eating part. It's the laying eggs. Everything lays eggs.
I'm not fucking.
There's no way I would watch that show.
I'm not
No
food.
fucking way.
I don't want to be food for something.
Oh,
Let's talk to Dr. Steve.
Oh.
Dr. Steve, parasites.
Hey, boys.
Growing in your body.
Jesus.
Monsters Inside. The show on Animal Planet. You watch it?
Yeah, we actually did a segment on weird medicine about parasites and had the botfly guy.
Oh, really? With the maggots in the back of his head making noises?
Yeah, you go on vacation to Belize and you have a nice time. You drink a few parachute or umbrella drinks, and you come back with maggots growing under the skin of your skull. It's lovely, and they can live there for quite some time, and they're just gestating and they're ready to turn into botflies.
Until
I just
a
say
fly
something?
crawls out of your head?
no, they have to actually cover the hole because it will suffocate, and that's how they get it out. Am I right?
Yes, or they can be removed surgically. If you just got a couple of them, they can just go in, numb it up, and make an incision and yank the thing.
I would need it out immediately. I couldn't live knowing they're still in my head. It's like, oh, we'll let them suffocate for a day or two. No, I'd be running around screaming.
Exactly. Well, we had a girl, and sorry, I'm in a stairwell, so I'm walking upstairs to my office. We had a girl that called in that had blowfly maggots growing in her sinuses.
Blowfly. Those are those big, like, nasty fucking black flies, right?
Yeah. And she had them growing in her sinuses, and they were there for weeks and had to be removed.
How'd that happen?
She had a cat who had a wound on its skin.
So I've been back.
Yeah.
The blowflies had laid eggs in the cat's wound, and then the cat slept with her at night.
Ugh.
And then the stupid maggots got into her nose because the cat was sleeping with her. So.
Holy shit, they're showing.
All right, hold on, Steve.
So I was going to wait till today.
Could you go back? She got back from Belize. This shit is happening in Belize there, Dr. Steve.
Who's going to Belize?
I'm never going to Belize.
Go to Disney. The Epcot fucking thing is just like going around the world without the blowflies in your head.
I've been from Belize for about...
I just saw it.
Oh, God. He saw it.
I see it.
No, what? You see its head?
I think I see something.
Oh, my God.
Do you want me to get it?
How can you get it? What are you going to do?
Tweezer.
Oh, my God, I don't know. I want to be able to see it coming out with the camera.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Maybe we'll get the tripod.
Yeah.
She's filming it as the boyfriend looks in the back of her head.
Well, I've been back from Belize for about a month now, and recently I noticed a strange oozing bump on the back of my head.
This is different.
And finally I went to the doctor yesterday, and they confirmed what I was most afraid of. It's a botfly larva living and eating inside my head.
Fuck!
So I was going to wait till today to have them take it out. But all night I've not been able to sleep because I swear I felt it and heard it even chewing on my head. And so now we actually see it, and we're going to try to get it out.
Luckily, when we were in Belize, the locals told us how to get rid of a botfly if one decided to use you as its host. Their method was to fill an empty beer bottle with smoke, then put the bottle over the botfly's breathing hole to basically smoke it out.
Anything?
Oh, fuck.
The human botfly's method of reproduction is actually pretty fascinating. They use another organism, the mosquito, to transport their eggs, a practice known as foracy.
Bitches.
Oh, God.
The adult lays its eggs on a mosquito. When the mosquito lands on a person to feed, body heat triggers the eggs to hatch. The larvae then bore into the person's skin and feed there for about a month. If allowed to finish their life cycle, they'll simply come out on their own when they're ready to pupate. But most people, myself included, can't wait that long.
Oh, my God.
Well, that didn't work, so it looks like we'll have to wait till my doctor's appointment. Luckily, it's only a few hours away, so I think I can wait till then.
You got a maggot in your head.
Yeah.
You think she's going to sleep until the doctor's appointment?
I'd make her sleep in the garage.
32 hours later?
Well, the doctor wasn't able to get the botfly larva out of my head yesterday.
What?
It was just holding on too tightly to my scalp. So what they did was they shaved this part of my hair and put a piece of tape over the larva's breathing hole in the hopes that it would suffocate and die and then release its grip. So sure enough, I haven't felt it move since last night. And even a little bit of it is sticking out.
Oh, fuck
so
me,
I'm hoping
man.
that we
Come
can
on.
take this tape off and finally pull this maggot out of my head.
Jesus.
So let's try it.
I'm going to throw up. I think I'm
It
going to...
sounds like the girl who ate the screaming hot dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we see
the tip of the maggot.
Stuck.
Yep. And now the boyfriend's going to attempt to pull it out.
Oh, I would dump her.
Oh, she is so fucking damaged.
I would dump her in a second.
He's got tweezers.
Wow.
He's holding on
Look
to
at
it.
that.
Oh, shit. Son of a bitch.
I don't even feel it. Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, he's holding.
Oh, God.
He's holding from the other end as the boyfriend tries to pull it out with the tweezers.
I can't.
Just yank it.
It feels like... Is it out?
No, it's not
Halfway,
out.
dummy.
Is he moving?
Don't snip it off, stupid.
Just if you feel resistance, don't keep pulling.
Why? Just
Because
yank
half
it.
of it will be in
God,
there.
that hurts.
Wow.
Ow.
Wow. Oh, my God.
He's out?
Holy
Bleeding?
All right, pause this for a second. How big is that? Holy
There goes Bobby.
Bobby's lost it. Why does it always end with him puking? We didn't even want him to puke today.
There was green pus. Green.
Fuck
you.
Dude, but we don't. But we're not purposely doing this. That's the beauty. Well, I didn't know this.
Oh, Bobby's all red and sweaty again.
We don't need to do this to you every time you're on the show.
It was bad enough when the magnets started coming out, but then at the
Can we
base,
back up? I was distracted by Bobby running to the garbage
green,
bell.
green pus.
Oh, that was fucking...
How big was it?
Oh, fuck, that's nasty, dude.
Oh, that was so disgusting.
I don't mind the blood, whatever that shit.
Yeah. But then the green, drippy, oozy stuff that came out of the hole.
The pussy stuff.
That was... Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I would dump that. I would never touch that
How would
bitch
you
again.
ever go down on her?
I would never go up, down, sideways on that fucking...
How big was that, you think?
That was like a regular maggot. That was like
I know, but I'm trying to, for the people
gotta
out
be
there.
an inch long.
I'm thinking, you ever get incense?
Look how...
You know, a little thing of it?
yeah, how thick it is?
Like it's thick on the bottom and then it was thin as like a cone almost. That's sort of what it looked like.
Look how big it is at the
It is
mouth.
fucking big.
That's
The green pus.
Can you back
can't
up? Because
take
I
it.
don't... Bobby
God.
distracted us so bad. Okay, we're backing up, Dr. Steve.
Oh, God.
Bobby, you could...
Wow.
You could do this, Bobby. You could do this. Hold on,
You
Bobby. Bobby, you could do this.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
Bobby, you could do this. You could do
Just if you
this.
feel resistance, don't keep pulling.
Oh, shit. Here it comes.
Oh, God, that hurts. Ow. He's out? Is it bleeding?
Just some like yellow stuff came out.
Oh, do you see it in the frame?
Yeah.
It's giant, and the green oozy stuff dripping out of that hole.
That's all fucking food and shit that it was eating.
It's its own shit.
Its own shit
And
food
pus.
and cum. Oh, it was like... It was like when you fuck a chick in the ass and you come and then you pull it out and just that her asshole regurgitates the little load. Oh, God.
Wow.
Her asshole won't accept the jizz, so it just pukes out. Oh.
That is so fucking disgusting.
Oh, that bitch had that in her head. Oh, fuck Belize.
I can't.
Fuck
Who's going to
Belize.
Belize
I'm
after
not
that?
going to Belize.
Oh, fuck Belize.
Fuck that.
I hear they have nice beaches. Fuck that.
We should send somebody down there and just fucking make them get that, like a bunch of them.
Oh, God, that's so disgusting.
Oh, God, that's fucking nasty.
Unbelievable.
That's fucking terrible.
I got goosebumps.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to help my chick out.
No.
I wouldn't be able to fucking do that.
I'd remove it with a 38.
But look at the rings around it.
Yeah.
Like the head is huge, full of food.
It's
full
all
of
engorged. It's about 10 times bigger than the hole it came out of.
My God, that's
and then the
fucking
green
amazing.
pussy stuff running out of her head.
Well, Dr. Steve, back to you.
Oh, Dr. Steve.
Nature wonderful.
It's terrible. Fucking parasites.
But you have to smoke it
I
out
got
like a
another-
crack addict.
Yeah.
I got a parasite for Danny to Google image. It's called Ascaris, Ascaris, and just go to Google and then click.
Oh, God. No, it looks like Chinese noodles.
Danny, go back to that other thing, too, because I got to...
Wow, why is it coming out of everything?
Yeah, what is that?
Why is it coming out of his mouth?
It's a roundworm, and they'll infect your GI tract, and they'll come out of your mouth. And if you look at that second picture, you can see a big mass wad of them coming out of somebody's ass.
That's what happened. This guy had. That's what the guy had.
Get the fuck out of here. He's shitting spaghetti. Bobby, he's just shitting spaghetti. He'll be okay. He'll be okay, Bobby. He's just shitting spaghetti.
Oh, did you see all the fucking shit coming out? Imagine that coming out of your ass. You feel it crawling on your fucking rectum.
Yep, those are ass maggots.
Bobby's making me
ass
snort.
maggots.
Why wouldn't you know that that's there, Dr. fucking whatever, Steve? Why don't you feel that? Why don't you feel that coming out of you? How do you live like that?
Oh, you did. I'm sure he felt it when he came out. That's why he spread his legs and let somebody take a picture of him, because it was such a stunning event.
Because the guy,
you would definitely know.
That's what the guy on the show had last night, but only one came out. All that came out at once.
It's a pile of these worms all over his balls,
and they're alive too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when they come out,
I can't.
They're moving, right? Like, could you keep them as pets and feed them like lettuce or avocado? Like, could you keep them? Could they live outside of your body?
Oh, fuck.
Wow! Huh?
Oh, there's blood on them.
I'm sorry.
Probably keep them in, like outhouse water or something.
You could keep them in, like, if you shit into a bucket and threw them in there.
Shit. That's the only thing I can think of.
A bucket of shit.
You could keep those as pets?
I think you could.
If you wanted to.
So that's a horror movie right there. Just a fucking guy who shit out like 90 worms.
I can't fucking deal with this.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
That may have been a picture after the person had been treated with medication to kill them, and then you just shit them all out at once. Now, that may be what that is.
I just tweeted the spaghetti picture for everybody.
The good boy.
Hey, can I get the other one for everyone, too, Danny? The fucking maggot thing. Freeze frame on the video.
Head maggot?
Yeah, freeze frame. They're asking for that, too.
God, and you can get that. You can get that for no reason. Nothing. Right?
Yep.
Just nothing. Just sitting by your
eating
pool.
Contaminated food and stuff. And this is the thing that scares me is that, like, tapeworms, okay, that if you eat the fish, you get this thing called cysticercosis, and it causes disease in one person. But then if you have a tapeworm and you shit out the tapeworm eggs onto, say, a lettuce field because you happen to be out harvesting lettuce for $1 an hour.
I don't like that you're saying that like that happens all the time.
And then it gets into the food supply. If you eat those eggs, then you will get the parasite. And get a big old tapeworm. So, I'm definitely an advocate of washing your food wherever.
No shit, right?
Absolutely.
Wash everything constantly. Keep washing. I'm OCD now. I'm officially washing guy
Get him
OCD.
some fucking get him some soap. What?
I need.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, something just popped in. Another Mel Gibson voicemail. Yeah, you need some soap right now.
Wow! 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 No way! No way,
What?
Danny.
What?
That's no. You're out of your mind, brother. That's not. What is that? Oh, they're attached to something.
They're pulling it out of his colon, his intestines.
Oh my God! Ah! What is that? What is that?
They laid a guy open. They're like pulling his intestines out and squeezing these worms out of it.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. They're like space food. They're using his intestines like space food.
Hand sanitizer.
No, I don't want to touch anything right now. I'm just afraid. I'm afraid. I don't want this. I don't want to ever get that.
I just want to go live in a bubble like John Travolta.
Dr. Steve, if I stay in my house and then just like never come out, will I ever get that?
Well, this is the one plus side to the overly processed diet that we have is it's unlikely you'll get a parasite from it.
Oh, that's good news.
Yeah.
So what is the most common thing in America that we get?
Pinworms.
What is that?
Pinworms.
Pinworms are the most common of that kind of parasite that we're talking about. You know, that sort of nasty thing. They come out at night. They're little tiny worms, and kids get them. They pass them back and forth in school.
Fucking kids.
And you have to take a piece of tape and stick it on the kid's anus, and then put it under the microscope and look and see if he's got these.
And what's wrong with that? What if you do that anyways?
And what do you got to yank it off real fast and giggle?
see his asshole fucking mark on the tape, like a fingerprint, like you just solved a kitty crime.
God, those things come out at night. They're little worms, and they just cause itchy butt. The kids just itch, but I believe that's the most common of the.
What about ringworm?
Now, ringworm's actually a fungus, not a worm.
Oh, that's easy.
It is.
Yeah, it's just a ring around your skin.
We can handle that one, right?
Yeah,
Danny Freeze framed that one video so perfect. The removal of the maggot. I just tweeted that fucking shot. Opie Radio on Twitter. Yeah, the pus like kind of dripping out of the hole after he pulled the maggot.
It's fucking green.
But that's its food. That's its shit of food, right?
And it's also pus that is turned green.
What is that?
Why is it turning green, Dr. Steve?
Some of that's the body's reaction to this foreign.
Oh, it's like an infection, probably. A little infection action.
Yeah, and so you get a lot of white blood cells in there to try to fight this stupid fly larva off, and they just can't do it. So you get pus, and you get fly larva, and inflammation.
What makes pus turn green?
It depends. Now there are certain bacteria can turn pus green. There's a thing called.
Pus is the worst.
Shit, I can't think of the name of it right now. But
pus is the
it turns it green.
Pus is a horrible word.
It's a terrible name.
What do you think? Pus is the worst fluid that could come out of your body.
Even the word is perfect for that shit. Pus.
But you add a Y to it, and it's a lovely word.
That's true.
Pussy.
Yes, Dr. Steve?
Persons will say this wound is pussy, or, this guy had a pussy, wound on his side. And the transcriptionists have a hell of a time trying to figure out how to spell that.
Pussy. Yeah. Oh, you wacky doctors.
I know.
Oh, Dr. Steve. My God. It's just always frightening.
So pinworms would make your asshole itchy? Can adults get those?
Real itchy, just real itchy.
So if your asshole itches all the time, it could be pinworms?
Yeah, yes, but it's mostly at night. And the weird thing is how in the hell do these things that are living in your asshole know it's night? Isn't it always night in there? But they only come out
on some people.
How do they know? It's Dr. Steve Seinfeld. Yeah. How do they know it's nighttime?
Unless you're walking around with your asshole open.
Yeah, they wouldn't know. How do the pinworms know that it's nighttime? Kramer!
What if I'm reading next to a lamp at night? Fuck. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
So you put tape on your asshole?
Do I?
No, not you. Like if you wanted to kill pinworms.
Have you?
Oh, okay.
No, that's how they test for it.
Oh.
You do that to diagnose it, not to kill them.
How do you kill the pinworm?
You take one dose of a medication and it kills them all.
That's easy.
Delivered at least 8 inches into the rectum.
Have you ever removed a maggot, Dr. Steve?
No, I have seen wounds that are infested with maggots. I had a homeless guy that, and everybody's seen this, where you get the guy that hasn't been taking care of himself, has a wound on his leg. Did you hang up on me?
No, we're here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
we get to hear the other side of that now, Ed.
He has reason to be paranoid. So that's what it sounds like.
How many times have you said that to yourself that no one heard?
Up on me.
Oh, fuck. That's classic.
You open up the gauze and there's just this wound infested with maggots.
Yeah, but don't they use maggots in some hospitals now to actually clean the wound because they eat all the
1800s?
No, they do it now.
Have been used up until recently to clean really dirty wounds, and I think there's still some places where they still use them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because it eats all the dead skin, right?
Yeah, it makes a beautiful wound. I mean, these guys that come in with the maggot-infested wounds, it's usually very clean. Because the maggots, they have hearty appetite.
Thank God for the maggot.
Exactly.
And the faggot.
How about you just clean your fucking wound out? Oh God,
Or that.
Yeah, or your ass.
Dan, could you? Fuck. Why am I going with the listener suggestion? Haven't we learned?
Yeah, I know, right?
Let me write this down just in case for Danny.
God damn.
Oh God, I can't take it. I'm freaked
maybe
out.
Maybe did this one. I don't.
So we don't have to worry about bullshit, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
It's probably the same thing, but different video.
All right.
So if you go out of the country, that's when you get fucked.
So you
up.
should just stay in the country.
Yeah, don't leave.
What about Canada?
There are things. Just don't drink water and don't eat vegetables that are raw and that haven't been washed thoroughly. And even then, I would still not eat raw vegetables in certain countries.
Can you get anything from like licking a girl's asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if she's got something that can be transmitted fecal orally, sure. You can get hepatitis
I can't look at
A.
it. Oh God.
What is that?
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see anything.
This is more bot fly stuff.
Bobby, look at this.
Bot flies. Oh,
Look at this,
it's
Bobby.
terrible. It's the worst.
They come out to breathe. You remove them with tweezers.
That's so fucking
What
crazy.
follows is the removal of 3 human botfly larvae.
Human?
Oh my God. The first of 3. There's... Alright, they're taking the tape off, I guess.
Well, you have to suffocate it.
Yeah, because you
That's
gotta...
crazy. There's one. There's one. There's one.
I can't.
Oh, that's a little one.
I can't watch this. No, this is worse than The Ring. I'm afraid.
Oh!
Oh, God
Oh,
damn
did
it.
you see that hole? That one's fucking full.
I can't watch this. I'm tapping. Tapping out.
You can
tapping.
watch this.
Nope, I can't. I'm not even going to watch it anymore.
Here comes number 2.
Not watching.
That's huge.
Heads down.
That's fucking huge.
Brim of hat hiding television.
If I'm watching
Thank
it, you
you.
should watch it.
I'm just going to look at Martha's tits here.
Oh, my God.
I'll
Oh,
talk.
look at
Look at
that.
the hole it leaves. Jesus.
That's a big hole. Oh, another one's coming out.
Hey, Dr. Steve, we got a guy on the line, Greg from
Beautiful.
D.C. Can't get to him right now, but let me pass this question on to you, sir.
Yeah, man.
Is there a parasite that crawls up your dick hole?
Yes. In the Amazon.
Please.
In the Amazon?
In the Amazon,
Jesus.
in the water.
Make him
There's
say
a
no.
fish that crawls up your dick hole.
Yeah.
A fish?
Remember, we talked about that before. What it does is if you're in the, and I think it is the Amazon.
It is.
If you urinate while you're in the water, this thing follows the chemical trail back up into your penis. And the thing about it is you know how fish are, if you stroke them one way, they're smooth, and if you stroke them the other way, their fins stick up.
Right.
So if you if the thing goes in, it can go in, but it can't come
Can't
back
come out.
again.
Oh, my
That
God.
has to be surgically removed.
Your dick turns into like a roach motel.
Yeah, what does it do to your dick before you get it removed?
Well, first off, it's a fish, and it's lodged in your dick, and then it dies, so it starts to rot immediately. And the barbs from its fins, that are now pointing the wrong way, start to cut into the urethra, the tube going through your cock hole, your cock. So it's just a lovely situation.
Well, I bet you it doesn't.
It pretty much ruins your dick.
I bet you it doesn't hurt to pee at all. I'm sure there's no burning feeling when you're peeing, having a dead fish in your fucking pee hole, ripping into your urethra.
My dick smells like that anyways. Dead fish. I actually said the joke and then I explained it.
Yeah, dead fish.
I went, I'm a fucking, ugh.
Do we have any more
Dead
questions for
fish.
Dr. Steve today?
No.
Hey, Dr. Steve, have you ever fucked up because of the show while you're with a regular patient and just said cockhole? So what happens is it goes in your cockhole. Shit. Fuck.
No,
Dr. Steve's a
for some
professional.
reason there is that sort of wall that goes up, and it's just, I've never had that problem.
Called being a professional, yes.
Your radio show name is Perfect Weird Medicine, and we got one of these questions coming in. Is it true, Jeremy in Canada, some countries tie strings to gerbils' tails and put them in your ass to eat the parasites?
Stop it.
That's ridiculous.
Now you're being silly.
That's from Dr. Richard Gere. He prescribes that one. He'll never live that down, even though it never happened.
All right, I guess
There is pictures of the penis fish on Google.
Is it called
Candiru? Candiru.
Candiru.
We can't remember that word, so
I can't look. I can't look anymore. I'm getting all freaked out.
There's fucking great white sharks off of Cape Cod now. That's great.
So?
Fuck, what? So?
Water's too cold to swim anyway.
In Cape Cod?
Cape Cod, the water sucks. It's fucking ice cold half the time.
I grew up there, so I can jump in. It doesn't bother me. But I'm not fucking swimming there anymore.
Go for you.
You're not going to get bit by a shark. Don't worry about it.
Really?
You'll be. Yeah, really.
Really?
Yes. How many people get bitten by sharks?
Is that
the
it?
fuck is that?
That's not it. That's fucking.
I'm only going.
What is
that looks. That's
like a
great.
I googled penis fish.
I am not leaving anywhere. I am going home. I'm going to my pool. I'm putting so much chlorine in my pool. I'm going to come out looking like Johnny Winter. I'm not fucking touching anything.
Let's ruin Anthony's pool for him. What's in his pool right now, Dr. Steve? What could possibly be in his pool
It's crystally clean, and every week the guy comes and checks the chemicals, and it's got a
really,
great
the worst thing is like water mold. They're really, I've never heard of any parasites.
Yeah, but can't those little mosquitoes die on the top, the microscopic mosquito, and then when you go in, they go in your mouth?
Pond? What the fuck do you think I got here? Stagnant water? I got a waterfall, motherfucker.
It's a 5-gallon pail of fucking stagnant water.
Yeah. What is it, inside of a tire?
It's actually rainwater.
Inside of a tire.
Inside of a tire.
That's beautiful. Dr. Steve, we got to go.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Steve, thank you so much.
I think the big show's coming up very soon.
Yes.
This Saturday night.
Yep. Weird Medicine with Dr. Steve.
All right, boys.
All right, man. Wow. Thank you, Bobby, for bringing that to the show.
God, was
Monsters
that
Inside
awful.
or something like that?
It's the worst.
On Animal Planet? A show I definitely will not be checking out.
Funny now.
I freak out at everything.
I feel like I got worms in me
You
now.
probably do, dude. You probably ate something.
No, I don't. I just had some turkey. They have turkey.
They have stuff in turkey.
Yeah,
Man.
what's in
turkey
worm? What's in
What if you
turkey?
had some bad turkey?
The
What's in
turkey
turkey,
worm.
man?
Oh, you shit out giblets.
Giblets.
I don't want to shit giblets.
Your ball sack looks like a turkey neck.
Yeah, I feel something slapping my thighs. I reach back and it's the turkey neck.
And then when you blow a load, it goes. Whoa.
Yeah, it's that red thing that hangs below their fucking bill that looks like balls just hanging out of my asshole.
What is that called?
It's called the red thing that hangs
The root?
under their
The root? What is it?
beak. I was watching that goddamn, and I hate these shows, but I couldn't stop the Monster Inside Us thing. We've been
saw
talking about that.
I thought you said you wouldn't watch that show.
I wouldn't, but I got stuck watching it. I was all like frightened.
The Monster Within or the Monster Inside?
Inside Us. It's all about bacterias and fucking parasites that get into your body and fuck you up. And they do like this whole CGI microscopic thing and show what the bugs are doing inside you and shit. Oh my God. And no matter what they're talking about, I feel like, I could get that. I don't want to get that. That's some girl, and she's walking around, and she gets like a little bite on the bottom of her foot. And I'm like, I've gotten that.
Everyone's gotten that.
And it's itching one day, and it's like, yeah, and it itches, and then it starts going away, and then it comes back worse and worse, and then a couple of weeks later, she looked at it, and it was like this bubble on the bottom of her foot, and something inside was moving.
Holy
shit. No!
What was that?
I was freaking out. It was fly larvae again.
Fly larvae.
Them fucking flies are laying their maggots everywhere.
Then why don't we fucking kill all the flies?
I wish we could.
Let's exterminate them.
You got to watch out for those. And then some other nutty guy. This one, it didn't even seem like it belonged in this show. But he's gardening, landscaping with his brother, and they're cutting down these big bushes, and a bunch of bees come out and sting the fuck out of this guy.
Okay.
So I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's a parasite show, and it's talking about bee stings and shit. So the guy starts going into, this allergic reaction. He can't breathe. They take him to the hospital. I guess they give him epi, and then he's fine. Mm-hmm. But they realize he's allergic to, like, everything. This guy's allergic to fucking grass, pollen, all kinds of shit. But he needs like inhalers and all this. He's
and all
constantly fucked up. They put him on these drugs that make him fucking fat, like big and fat and fucked up, and his health just starts deteriorating because he's got these allergies. Then he reads that if you get infected by the hookworm,
it'll like
take away your allergies. There's something that it does where if the hookworm, which it does, is it burrows. They're always burrowing. By the way, the fucking parasites. They're always burrowing. And they burrow into your intestines, and then they grab on and suck off the blood in there, and then your body sends all kinds of defense mechanisms to the site of these hookworms, and somehow, I don't know how, they didn't explain it, that fucking is supposed to take care of your allergies.
Does it take care of, let me ask you, Ant, does it take, sending blood, does it take care of the allergy, or is the blood that would probably be used to swell the tissue in your nose now being used to fucking fight a worm?
A hookworm.
Yeah, that could be because
you got to keep the hookworm in you?
Yes.
So you can't remove the hookworm?
Wait for this. The allergies themselves are your body reacting to something that's relatively harmless in a way that your body thinks it's harmful. So pollen, which gets in your nose, does a little irritating. Some people just be like an itchy nose. Other people gets all inflamed because your body's just sending all kinds of defense mechanisms up there. So this guy hears about the hookworm, but now your hookworm, you know how you get a hookworm?
How?
Oh, God. This is disgusting. I know, we're just watching this. Here's how you get a hookworm. You gotta walk somewhere where there's hookworms. And what they do is they burrow into the bottom of your feet.
All right, but where are the hookworms?
Africa.
Africa again.
In a village where the people shit. So this guy flies to fucking Africa from the United States and just starts trotting in these nasty fucking African villages where all the residents are shitting and just trotting in their shit.
His allergies were so bad?
Yeah.
So he wants to get the hookworm in his foot.
Yeah. So there was
Can't
no way
they just
to tell.
implant the hookworm in him?
No ethical doctor is going to do that.
Why? If it takes away your allergies?
Because it was an experimental thing that his auntie in England heard about.
Okay.
So no ethical doctor is going to do this. He can't find one. So he just look at the hookworm. They're disgusting monsters. So he first day that there's really a lot of pollen in the air,
right?
And he's thinking, I'm going to get this allergic reaction. So he realizes nothing's happening, no allergies. So he freaks out. It's like, this is great, this is great. He goes to the doctor. The doctor does confirm that he does indeed have a hookworm.
So he did the right thing by
he said it worked
by marching around in everyone's shit.
Yeah, marching in Africans' shit.
To get the hookworm in his foot.
The hookworm. And now you know what he does?
I know the end of the story, and I didn't even watch the show.
What
else did he get from fucking
That's
stomping in the shit?
But it seems he didn't get anything.
Oh, okay.
But here's what he does now. People with allergies, he's online now selling. He harvests the hookworms from himself and sells them on the internet to people with allergies.
How does he harvest them? In his shit?
I guess out of his shit.
Wait, is the thing laying eggs in him?
Yeah.
How many hookworms does he have?
I don't know.
How come the hookworm can't just hang out by itself?
They got a bunch of hookworms. Parasites don't like hanging out by themselves.
And eventually the hookworms are going to completely take over this guy's body, no?
Yeah, he said he's got to watch his health because of hookworms, because it'll a lot of weight loss, and you'll get you're prone to infections and stuff.
This is horseshit.
What
show is this on?
This is on the fucking Monsters.
It was on the Monster Show. Monsters Within or whatever.
Within Us.
Monsters Inside
us.
Me.
I don't know what it is. Monsters Inside Me.
What gets rid of a hookworm?
It looks like the back of that videotape I was just watching with the black guy. Monsters Inside Us. The cock is huge.
So wait, the guy gets one hookworm and then they multiply in his body?
Yeah.
And he has no problem with this, that the hookworms the population's getting larger and larger inside him?
He said the allergies and then the reaction to the medicines he was taking to keep the allergies even in check were so bad that he was swelled up. Like the steroids made his head real fat, and he just got these infections on himself, and he was all fucked up.
Oh, he's on that fathead steroid.
Yeah, something like that.
The Jerry Lewis steroid.
Yeah.
It starts with a P, right?
Prevacet?
Prevacet, right?
Something like
that.
Prevazone or something, yeah.
But
yeah.
He grabbed
I call it the fathead steroid.
Fathead. The lunkheads.
Yeah, it cures everything, but now you got a fathead.
But the thing with the hookworm is interesting because allergies are torture. When you can't sleep, dude,
that's me.
A nightmare.
But I'm not to the stage where I'm going to go marching around and shit in Africa and get a hookworm. But that's me. I'm allergic to all trees and all grass. That's why I come in here with these low-level sicknesses all the fucking time.
But how do they get rid of it? Like, say he wanted to get rid of that hookworm. What's the process to get rid of it? There's got to be something you could take in modern medicine to get rid of the hookworm.
I'm sure there is, but they didn't go into that either.
Where are the hookworms hanging out in his body?
In his intestines.
How does he harvest them?
Wait, how does it start in the bottom of his foot and get into his intestines?
They know where to go. They go all the way up. They get in your bloodstream first, and they travel around, and they know where the intestines are. And once the bloodstream reaches to nourish the intestines, they pop out and fucking, they burrow into your intestinal
And like
wall.
you said, he's harvesting hookworms for other people that are suffering like him.
Yeah,
is this the
selling it
website?
on the internet.
How to purchase a hookworm? Is that it?
That's his site.
Could we pet?
Dude, weight loss and fucking the allergies are gone. Get me one of these. I'm gonna raise a bunch of them and have them as pets.
I was gonna say we should purchase one and just make him a pet.
They rule.
Can we have a hookworm pet?
You don't
that
need
we
it.
Look at under a microscope every morning, see how the little fella's doing.
Frightened of the hookworm.
Yeah, a hookworm doesn't seem pleasant.
Look at his face. He's like, he's got big teeth. He just burrows into you.
Prevacet is for heartburn. Thank you, Vincent.
Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that was wrong.
Prednisone?
Prednisone, that's
something
it.
like
Yeah,
that?
some shit.
Yeah, okay. That's the fathead steroid.
Lunkhead. Oh, Jordy Verrill, you lunkhead.
But it's amazing. It stops the fucking...
Yeah,
it stops the allergies. That's the thing.
But I want to know what the hookworm does to you. Obviously, you're losing weight, but what else? Are you getting liquid shits every morning?
Yeah, gotta be a hook to it.
If it's hanging out in your stomach, you know that's making your digestive tract a complete nightmare.
It's in your intestines, so it can give you like all kinds of kind of colitis and all kinds of.
How about you just deal with sneezing
pains.
every day? Walk around with some fucking tissues.
But he had the lunkhead too. He wanted to get rid of the lunkhead.
Oh, the fat head?
Yeah, he had to get rid of that.
How about you get rid of your pollen comforter? That's the problem with him. He sleeps on pollen.
Would you buy a pollen comforter?
Yeah, he lives under a fucking tree in a hammock between two pollen making trees.
What a dummy. With his giant head.
You know, you started something now. Because,
it's terrible.
Mike in Pennsylvania, we all... Well, used to have, in my case, a grandmother that did some wacky things for cures. Mike, what do you got?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
You jogged a memory on me there with the whole bee sting thing. My grandmother suffered from really bad arthritis when I was a young boy, and she used to go to a beehive and let the bees sting her repeatedly. And she
in
said
the vagina.
She said it took away the arthritis pain. For 6 months.
It does.
No, it doesn't. You're hurting from the fucking bee stings. You don't know you have arthritis anymore.
You're too busy running away yelling, "Get off me." Right. Wait.
That's all I've got, boys. Thank you.
No, dude, she would actually just go to the hive herself because there's doctors that do this.
Did he
hang up?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, dummy.
I can't believe that the old lady would go to the hive because there's a doctor that will do it. I've seen this. Where they take bee, they'll hold, they know how to hold a bee with tweezers, and they just put it on your arm, and the bee stings you. It's a honeybee.
Mm-hmm.
And the bee injects something, the venom or whatever it is, that actually helps with arthritis. But this old lady would just go to the fucking hive.
That seems a little
because it's an old lady.
Dude, that's
how all that stuff started, and then a doctor goes, all right, we could control this instead of having you put your whole arm in a beehive.
Can this guy call back? I would love to know that his grandmother just go to a hive and stick her fucking arm in it.
That's what he said.
People are using leeches now. It's like leeches have made a big comeback with bleeding people and maggots with cleaning wounds. I heard they were talking about it on the show last night, maggot therapy, and all I thought was this giant maggot sitting there with a notebook asking you about your child. Don't laugh. You don't have to. It was an image I got in my head that made me smile. So fuck everybody.
It is kind of funny. It's maggot therapy. It's
maggot therapy. It wasn't meant to be funny. It was poignant.
Well, that's what your therapist calls it when he doesn't want you to have self-esteem. Welcome to maggot therapy. Thank you, doctor.
Hello, maggot.
That's what happens when you in the Marine Corps. What
is that? A hookworm?
No, those are maggots on people's
maggots?
Massive infections.
Have you ever seen people alive with? I've seen on you go to blood shows. There's maggots in people's heads and feet and arms while they're alive.
Yeah, some homeless guys
Fucking
we've had it through here. We've seen some maggots.
Goddamn flies.
We've seen maggots on
Just
homeless
lay
guys.
their eggs everywhere.
They're terrible, but you know what? Maggots eat the fucking. The dead maggots are actually helpful for a wound.
They eat the
Oh,
dead
really?
fucking
Yes. They are. They eat the infected tissue.
Oh, do they love rotting meat?
Love it.
Ugh.
They don't want the healthy stuff.
No.
Can't get enough of it, right?
Nerds to it, they say.
Nerds.
They like the fucking rotten. If you have a wound and you're in the jungle, which I am all the time.
Yes.
I'm in the jungle, baby.
Yeah.
The jungle.
So I find some maggots and put them in my wound. Here, clean this, maggot.
Clean it up, maggot.
Here's Bee Sting guy calling back.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, Mikey.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy wanted you to call back.
Yeah,
so.
Mike, that was interesting because I've seen the doctors do it in shows, but how did your grandmother, A, learn about it, and B, how would she get her fucking stung in the right place?
Well, see, my grandfather had honeybees.
Oh.
And actually in hives, and she would go out with a smoker, and she would smoke the bees out of the hives. She would actually just let them land on her.
Smokers! Sorry. It's Waterworld.
I mean, it sounds primitive, but it works for her, you know?
Where would they land? On her arms and legs? Where was her arthritis?
On her arms. Wow. She would let them finger on her arms and her hands.
On her hood.
See, now I get like the heebie-jeebies and get itchy.
Well, you started this shit.
No, 10 to 15 stings, man. And she'd brush them off, and she'd go through the whole itching process for about 3 or 4 hours, and
Wow.
6 months later, she'd do it again.
It would last that long?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Oh, I was hoping she would have to do it every few hours.
Yeah, just
bees are like a ride already with her.
Yeah, every 13 minutes. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, every 6 months.
All right, thanks, man. That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take care.
I saw some show on bees, by the way, on a guy who is fucking David Attenborough. You know who he is?
Oh, yeah.
He gets raised up in somewhere in Africa or the Amazon. These bees, there's so many of them, they can't find a big hive, so they nest outdoors. Their whole hive is outdoors. It's a living colony.
Al fresco.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, that's when they're out of doors. Dining al fresco.
They're nesting al fresco.
Yes, they are.
It's because some of the bees are smokers, and they go way up on a giant Amazon tree. And see if you could find fucking David Attenborough, just to see the image of it. And it's a giant clump of living bees hanging under a branch, and he goes up on a tree branch next to it.
No, dummy.
He's wearing a bee suit. And
I'm itching.
Amazing how he just says that their defense is like if you put your hand by it, they don't just sting you. The whole thing just kind of moves in a wave to warn you to get the fuck away.
No.
That's just, I don't know why. That has nothing to do with
They
the
do a
hookworms.
little wave?
They do, yeah. See if you find David Attenborough.
Wow.
Bees. Doesn't matter. I don't want to divert.
These are very scary to me.
Bees?
Yeah,
Bees,
I'm not
yeah.
a big fan of the bee.
I want to know more about hookworms.
Although
Bees
I'm
are-
freaking out now about flies.
Why?
Like, because we, in the past fucking 2 weeks, we've been talking about flies laying their fucking eggs everywhere in your head and your feet.
And Spectro from Michigan goes, on what planet do flies bite? Where the fuck do you live?
Flies bite you all the time.
Those big fucking green ones?
The big, greeny, nasty
we got
flies.
nasty green flies on Long Island that'll bite the shit out of you.
I remember going to the beach and you'd get bitten by them all
We're
the time.
not talking about those dumb house flies. Maybe they
No.
bite, but you never feel it. We're talking about these awful green ones. I don't know what they're called.
Are they blowflies?
Huh?
Are they blowflies?
Yeah, flies bite and they fucking will make you itch like a
Horse
motherfucker.
flies. They call them
They're
horse
huge.
flies.
Yeah, but this Spectro
giant.
doesn't realize that flies bite. Of course they do.
Ugh,
That's a
God.
hive?
Holy shit, that's a lot of bees.
That's a living hive.
Oh, I'm itchy.
It's an out. They live outdoors.
Wow.
It's a massive
They all
fucking
just hang
hive.
from a branch.
I'm such a faggot.
They're giant honeybees.
But what if you want to just fly away, but you're holding up everybody else?
Yeah. But this
look at this lunatic.
That isn't even a good bee suit. Look, they could get right up under your neck.
No,
bee suits suck because
he zips it up.
But bees
see?
always get in them.
Yeah, they do. But that's only if you're going to go in there and put. He's not going to nuzzle them with his face.
I don't even want to be 10 miles near these motherfuckers. Frightening.
It really is horrifying how bees. If you're around guys who aren't afraid of bees, he's getting raised up this tree next to this giant outdoor hive. It's just a
Very
clump
majestic.
of bees.
That's a big ass
Oh,
tree.
dude, it's massive.
It's a wall of bees just hanging off this branch.
It looks like an old lady's underarm.
Yeah, it's
skin.
hanging. Like a fat woman's skin hanging.
Would you punch that?
Oh, God.
bee loses its
I was just
sting,
thinking the same thing, how great it would be.
Yeah, just
So
punch
it's
it
better
once.
for the colony to
Punch the
warn
stupid
predators
bees.
off
Yes.
before they have to
Show
See,
him
say-
who's boss.
He's saying it's better to warn
warn
you.
them with some dramatic displays. I've got
A stick?
reproduction of
A stick
hornet, which is
A stick with a
one of my
fake
nemesis
hornet on it.
bees.
Oh, cool.
I'll see if I can get them to do it. Just watch. There.
Oh, man!
There's a moving wave which passes over the surface of the comet.
They all like raise their wings, almost like the wave in a stadium.
That's fucking crazy. They're doing a stadium wave.
But it also makes it very difficult for any
Look how
aggressor,
synchronized they are.
Hornet, which eats bees, to actually land on that moving carpet of wings.
Dude, how do they get that organized?
Bees are fucking amazing.
Great treasure, of course, is
It's a perfect line moving down this conglomeration of fucking bees.
Yeah, they all do the wave like in a stadium to warn off whatever it is.
Right.
They systematically
Until the moth fucking comes along.
There's just so much we don't know.
Dude, insects just give me the creeps. I don't know how they hang out with each other. Like, I always wonder, like, how would if I was a bee, I would hate to crawl on the bees. It would give me the creeps.
Yeah, they're crawling all over each other.
Like, but not just these on the outside. There's ones way down at the bottom. Because there's honeycomb. There's honeycombs.
The combs in which they store it are continuously guarded by the covering of bees.
Just forward a little bit, just in case there's a moth that shows up to steal a little bit of honey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, moth wants a little honey.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm a moth.
Death's head hawk moth flies
So
over
it's
the
at night,
surface of the colony.
and they're warning it
It goes
off.
so close to it that the bees are alarmed enough to wave their warning.
These flying above them.
Death's head moth, isn't that the one that's in the throat in
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence?
It wants honey.
But look what he does. He's looking for a place to land.
What is he, stupid? Doesn't he know those are bees?
Amazingly, it manages to land on the carpet of bees and quickly pushes its way through.
Holy shit, it just went right into the big pile of bees.
He went into the pile of bees.
Quick
Is it going to
sip
come
of honey,
out?
And it's off.
Yep.
Wow.
He does the moth does something which makes the bees. It's a scent where they think it's him, where they think it's them. It's fucking amazing.
That's stupid.
Yeah, bees. What a bunch of. They don't realize. Hey, this thing's giant with faggot wings.
They could do all these amazing things, and yet they can't fucking identify.
They can't figure out a moth.
Yeah.
The moth gets through.
I love how they give me a knife and fork with this, Sam.
I know.
That nature is a fucking weird thing.
It just is insanity.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, the hookworms were
No, man, that bee thing is very interesting. I'm going to have to watch some of those videos later today. Tablespoon of honey gets rid of honey.
What?
What? Tablespoon of honey gets rid of honey. And allergies go away.
A tablespoon of honey and allergies? I wish Dr. Steve was here, and I believe me, I've never said that before, nor will I again. But he would know what. I would love to know what the hookworm does, which causes your allergies.
Then let's wake that fucker up, man.
Well,
I think you're right, though. It takes your resources that would normally be used to fight these harmless allergies and brings them to the hookworm to fight them, and kind of doesn't leave. Maybe it deflects your defenses from going to the allergy part.
Right.
I don't know.
It's too busy fighting off the infection.
Yeah, cut off a limb. That also works. Yeah. Right, your hookworm infection.
Yeah.
It has
getting worse.
Your body has bigger problems. That's what it comes down to.
You finally end up just having to inject AIDS in you to kill everything else.
Exactly. Adam in Jersey. Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, I was wondering, can those bees form into like a hammer and hit the guy?
I've seen that on many cartoons, sir. The hammer isn't what you got to worry about. It's when they make a bow and arrow out of themselves and then fling the bee arrow at you, and then it goes buzz when it hits you in the buttocks as you run away repeatedly.
I like that. Thank you, sir. Yeah, a little cartoon logic. Never hurt anyone, right?
Yes.
This guy's had every kind of worm in his body. What the fuck's wrong with you, Trev?
What's wrong? Where have you been?
Trev.
Asian lady, you're on. Oh.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Well, I'm South African by birth. So
See, of course.
Okay.
That means you're dirty by nature.
And by the way, that's where the little girl was that got the fucking fly in her foot. Was South Africa.
Where?
And then they're wondering, what could have happened?
What girl was flying her foot?
The one that got the maggot in her foot that was crawling around, and because she was vacationing in South Africa. Why are you vacationing on a continent that's a petri dish?
Yeah, that's all kinds of crap. But I used to get roundworm, hookworm, tapeworm, you name it. And my mom would disinfect all us kids at least once a month. You can either take a single dose pill, or you can take a course of 7 days. If you take the one-dose pill, then 3 weeks later you have to take another one. And they taste like absolute crap. I remember as a kid...
How about you just swallow them so you don't taste them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to chew them. You can't just swallow them. You gotta chew 'em.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're disgusting. But I'll tell you what the worms do to you when they're in your intestine, why you lose weight. They feed off your glucose. That's the whole point. And your glucose is your blood sugar. The more blood sugar you have, the more prone you are to put on weight. Transforms to fat. The less glucose you have, the less fat you're going to retain. But, of course, your muscles also suffer. The most dangerous of all of them is roundworm. Roundworm, it doesn't make a distinction between sitting in your intestine. It'll even camp on your brain and kill you.
I don't want that.
How do you get rid of these things?
Well, like I say, they're here in the United States, worms in humans aren't very common at all.
Of course not. We rule.
No argument there. Whereas in South Africa, as I say, there's an actual over-the-counter drug you get, either a 7-day course or a single-day course, and within about 6 days you start looking for the worms as they're coming out your ass. So, some of them are dead, some of them are alive.
Oh, but the pills, there are the pills. Do you know what the pills do to get rid of them? How do they dislodge them?
Well, what it does is it blocks the worm's ability to synthesize the glucose, and so because they aren't getting any nutrition anymore, they just unlash themselves.
Wow, who figured that out?
I know, isn't that amazing?
Well, yeah, I guess probably some American went over to South Africa and got sick and tired of worms and came up with the idea.
Yes, it probably was an American.
Hey, is there any kind of home remedy for that stuff? Like, what did they do 500 years ago or 100 years ago? Is that all they could do? Was there any way to combat that? That was natural?
Well, I know that some of the home remedies, include cod liver oil with vinegar, and there's a whole bunch of things. I know in Africa, a good home remedy is grows on the coral tree. It's a bean, and too much of it will kill you. So you got to be real careful. You can take a quarter of the bean and swallow that, and it works pretty good.
Oh wow!
But most people don't touch it only because from bean to bean, the toxicity level, varies so much. So
wow, I loved you in District 9, by the way. The prawn. That's his scroll. That is his scroll that he gave. He just gave that. It's Mr. Sweetie Man. South Africans, you all sound English.
All right, Trev.
Thanks, man.
We got Dr. Steve on the phone.
Yes.
Dr. Steve, we're talking about hookworms, maggots, home remedies, bee stings for arthritis.
We are.
And we woke you up, so you better be good.
Oh, God. We woke you up, so you better be good.
That's right.
How does that work?
Yeah, hookworm.
In our world, that's what works.
What it is photosynthesis. If you take the glucose and the glutamine.
Glucose.
Oh, did I say that wrong?
Glucose, he said.
Well, glue does make things close, I guess.
It does.
See, the hookworms that help your allergies not affect you anymore.
Say that again.
Hookworms.
Oh, shit, he's real sleepy.
Ant saw a special on hookworm, and how if people get certain high on hookworms, their allergies don't affect them anymore.
Wow, now that's a new one on me, but I can imagine why you develop antibodies to the hookworm.
Yeah.
And those particular antibodies may block the antibodies for your allergies.
Ah.
I mean, that would just be a theory that I don't know that that's the case. But that would be it would have to be something like that.
Yeah, I just saw the one.
Like I was talking about with those ascaris that we showed you the pictures of last time I was on. Ascaris lumbricoides, and those are the ones that come out of that were coming out of the kid's nose and mouth. And then the shot where the kid was shitting this giant mass of worms out of his ass.
Spaghetti, yeah.
Ew, where's that?
Oh, it's
disgusting. I don't think Jim was there. Actually, show that to him, Danny.
Yeah.
If Danny's there, it's ascaris.
Danny just said, no, I don't want to.
I want to see that.
Might want to finish your breakfast, Jimmy.
It is so fucking disgusting.
ASCARIS.
ASCRIS?
ASCARIS, and then just click on Google Image, and it'll be the second picture that comes up.
Yeah. Someone having duty worms? Aw.
Duty worms.
I think this was the picture I tweeted last week, and they yanked it, man.
Oh, God.
They wouldn't allow this on fucking Twitter. No, where's the one where the spaghetti's coming out of the guy's ass?
Yeah.
That's it. That's ascaris.
Ascaris.
Yeah, we can't find it now. Maybe Google
we got
Image
the
got rid
images
of
of the worms, but we can't see the one.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Bottom right.
Bottom right.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I tweeted this last week, and they yanked it.
Ew.
It's a medical picture.
Oh, shitting ramen noodles.
Yeah, that's like, that's a bunch of worms coming out of one person?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking on that picture is remember when the guy that you were talking to before talked about taking the pill and then you start shitting out the worms. I think those are probably dead worms that this guy is shitting out after taking.
I bet you he felt much better though after that shit.
Oh yeah, that's a good dump right there.
Oh my God,
I would hate that.
Feel a lot thinner and less bloated.
But wait, so that guy shit the Ascaris worms?
Yeah, those are roundworms, and those are the ones that he was talking about have no respect for where they live. Because if you look around, you'll see other pictures of roundworms coming out of other orifices.
Yeah, nose and
body. They'll
mouth.
come out of your nose at night. They'll come out of your mouth. They're really disgusting.
I really don't like this at all.
So how do you get rid of them?
Same thing. You take a dose of medication.
And they shit them out.
All right, so you don't know about the hookworm.
damn.
So how about home remedies like the bee sting for arthritis?
Okay, there are some people out there that believe that bee stings are good for rheumatoid arthritis, and it may have some effect on osteoarthritis too. And I've never seen a good study that says that bee sting venom is for real. Now, if I get on PubMed real quick and look at bee sting venom, there'll be a bunch of studies there, and I don't think any of them are conclusive. Hang on just a second. Let me just do that.
Oh,
look at you.
A little research going down. This is good.
Yeah. Now,
Steve.
what there are studies of is bee stings causing neuropathic pain, which is nerve damage pain. And but as far as it being a treatment for anything, there really aren't good studies out there that I'm aware of. And I'm just scrolling through here right now. Here's one. Bee toxin takes the sting out of cancer, but it's a letter to the editor and not an actual study. So,
Oh, okay. So it's one guy that did it and said, "Wow, it worked," and who knows?
Yeah, and so there's just not a lot out there for that. I think that one's a myth so far. Although, it's interesting that a lot of the treatments that we get for things come from natural substances that otherwise can be harmful to you.
Yeah.
Foxglove is a somewhat toxic plant that when you extract it, you get a drug called digitalis that we use all the time in people with heart failure. And, botulism toxin is the most toxic substance on Earth, milligram per milligram. And, I just injected some in some lady's face last night for,
All right, that's hot. Yeah, I'm going to inject this in your face. I injected some protein.
So there are some, there's a history of looking at toxic things and seeing if they're therapeutic at all. But I'm just not aware of anything.
Yeah.
Dr. Steve, the colon is like a river that has ebbs and eddies and... I know how much you love Michio Kaku.
Oh, I love him too, man.
I do love
him. He rules. We got somebody on the line with you, Dr. Steve. Johnny in Minnesota. Johnny, you're on with the great Dr. Steve, Weird Medicine.
Well, good morning, boys. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hello.
I had these dumb Polak friends of mine. They went up to Canada, and they tried to make, that ceviche where you cure the fish with lemon instead of cooking it. Well, anyway, I get that. We're moving right along here. No haute cuisine. So it ends up, this guy gets back and he's having really trouble in his guts. So he goes to take a shit, and there's something dangling out of there. So he reaches down and pulls it. You know when you go to grab a nightcrawler and the other half snaps back?
Good.
It snapped back in his asshole. He goes to the doctor, and if I'm lying, I'm dying. This guy shit 18 feet of fucking tapeworm.
18 feet of tapeworm?
Is that how?
18 fucking feet.
Is that one tapeworm or just a bundle of them?
It was one fucking worm.
Is that possible, Dr. Steve?
Well, he got this from an uncooked fish. Is that what?
Uncooked walleye, which is a freshwater fish.
Yeah, I've never heard of getting tapeworms from walleye, but I wouldn't say it's impossible.
Oh.
Usually you get tapeworm infection by eating food that someone else has shit on.
Well, these are Polacks. These are Polacks, too. You never know.
Polacks. What year is this?
Maybe he thought it was from that and it was from something else. Maybe he actually didn't realize how he got it. Maybe he thought he got it from the fish.
That tapeworm is 20 feet long. 25.
Well, it was a keeper.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. The tapeworm that's 18. Where does the tapeworm attach to? Your intestines?
Yeah. It sits in your intestine and just feeds off the things that you're eating. And people there in the old days, women would take tapeworm eggs to lose weight.
All right, good
That's
for them.
wonderful, right?
That's a go-getter.
Why don't you just eat something that the tapeworm doesn't like?
Yeah, I don't think there is any such thing. It likes everything. It just likes shit.
Does it like broccoli?
Like shit.
Wait, tapeworm eggs to lose weight?
Yeah,
man.
How do you get rid of the tapeworm then?
Well, you have to. Back then, I'm not sure they knew exactly how to get rid of it. I mean, people do all kinds of stupid things to lose weight.
Especially back then.
Yeah, they almost had to poison this guy to get the thing out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right.
Yeah, and then the tapeworm. Get Danny to Google tapeworm because they're really lovely looking.
Danny's just shaking
Google
his head.
tapeworm,
No.
Danny. We got a bunch of hard dicks in this room, Dr. Steve.
What's wrong with everybody, man?
Would you
Yesterday we were
put-
looking at the blue waffle. We can handle looking at a fucking tapeworm today.
And while he's doing that, I did find I did some research on at the National Library of Medicine, and there was a study done on hookworm infection for asthma.
Oh,
And there were some epidemiologic studies and those are studies where they just sort of look back in time and they correlate one thing against another, and they suggested that hookworm infection protected against asthma, which is an allergy state. And so they went ahead and did a study where they infected people with hookworms, and they found when they did it prospectively, in other words, you take a bunch of people, you give them the infection, and then you look and see if it protects against asthma. It did not show any effect whatsoever. So don't go infecting yourself with hookworms because it doesn't protect you against asthma.
Right.
Especially when someone tells you you got hookworm, you're like, you can't breathe. Wait, can we see video of tapeworm, Danny? We're looking at this image.
Oh, the still picture's bad enough.
No, it's not. It's like a giant shoestring. It looks cute. I want to pick it up and hold it like a stole.
You can't shooka a tapeworm.
Yes, you can. You grab the middle and you hold his when his little mouth opens to grab intestine. You go, oh, come here, shooka under his little chin.
It's got one long chin.
Have a chin.
Yes,
Sure
it
does.
does.
A little segmented
Everything
body.
has a chin.
Let me see the
This
tapeworm.
thing's disgusting.
If you look down there,
Monster.
look at its mouth. It's got like 4 little orifices with what looks like a drill that they would use.
Hooks.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't like the looks on these faces. Parasites' faces are just made for burrowing.
Why? What do you think? What are they supposed to have?
I don't know.
Mustaches?
Something
you look
cute.
halfway down the page on Google Image, someone added a clown face to the
Of course.
Oh, really?
Why wouldn't
It's
they?
making me laugh, yeah, because it's such an evil thing, and it looks like a little cute little clown.
Are there any videos of tapeworms coming out or the doctors? There's got to be some video internally. Oh, there he is.
There's a clown face.
God.
I want to see video of a fucking tapeworm.
Well, let's see if
We're looking.
There has to be some. Oh, look at the little piggies.
There's just all fucking.
They just grip your intestines.
Animations and stuff.
There's a Google a YouTube video from Monsters Inside Me on the pork tapeworm.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at.
We're watching it.
That's what we're looking at.
Oh, their face is like, it looks like a friggin' core drilling machine.
You can't even talk to that thing.
And what do they just spray shit out of their mouth and dissolve away like your intestine?
Yeah, they just hang out in there, and whatever they're opportunistic, and it's like anything you eat, they take a little bit of it. Sort of like someone skimming off the vig of.
Yeah. He perished the thought they forget to steal.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, fuck.
Danny can't even look at this stuff.
It's so disturbing to watch.
The hookworm has an ugly face.
Yeah, it's not
It's
cute
hard
at
to
all.
love the hookworm.
You can't shooka that. Oh, God.
Look, there's video of it.
Oh, that is not right. I don't like
Looks
it
like
at
a
all.
vacuum hose.
Yeah. And they grow in like these segments.
But we're not seeing a live fucking tapeworm.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's some on the brain.
All right, I don't need to know about brain bugs.
I don't need a bug in my brain.
All right, Dr. Steve.
Enough crap
Are we
going
done
on
with
in there.
Dr. Steve?
I think that was. Thank you, Steve.
Yes, Dr. Steve, thank you again. Very informative.
Weird Medicine this Saturday night,
What time?
midnight Eastern.
Okay, great. It's a
Very
great
good.
show.
Yes, Dr. Steve.
Y'all hookworm, because of the proboscis, will attach itself.
Proboscis. Proboscis.
How do you say it, proboscis? I thought, okay, I don't know.
Proboscis.
I like proboscis.
I just love when Jimmy goes into character and says the wrong word.
I know, I do.
It's great.
Well, I've never heard that, but the proboscis.
He is getting to do a good Dr. Steve there, Dr. Steve.
Frighteningly good.
Drink this. This will give you tapeworms and then kill them. I made it myself. I put my own labels on it. Dr. Steve's tapeworm. Tape wine.
Tape wine.
See you, Steve.
Thanks, Dr. Steve, everyone. We should take a break.
It's amazing shit,
Yeah,
though,
'cause
right?
now I got to eat after all this.
I know. I'm eating eggs the whole time we're talking. I would eat I would eat pasta.
Oh, would you?
Whoa, my fucking brain just went into a fucking spiral.
That was fucked up. I think you got worms on your brain.
I was going to say pasta and al dente, and I went pasta, dente pasta.
Worm.
I think lo mein would be better.
Yes.
If you're thinking tapeworms. A little lo mein action.
My sister shit out pinworm when she was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, she had, from sitting in dirt, she got little teeny pinworms.
Yeah, what did they just crawl up her asshole?
I guess. She's a kid.
You sit in dirt with your fucking asshole and vagina in the dirt? What
Well,
is
in
she-
shorts. In a kid or in a bikini, if you sit in the dirt, like, you know, in the
Why is she doing that?
Maybe she was in a
'Cause she's a
bathing suit in the
kid.
grass.
Yeah.
But I remember
look at you.
teasing her, making fun of her.
You did?
Yeah, oh, God, yeah.
Pinworms
Just
coming
doing
out
a bunch
her
of
ass.
pinworm jokes. But she was crying because her hiney was itching a lot.
How was she dragging it across the floor like a chihuahua?
My mother examined it, and, you know, I don't know how old she was, very young. And she saw like a little worm come out and move around. A little white worm.
Jesus.
So I did a bunch of pinworm jokes. She was not happy.
I don't want that. I don't like these shows or these segments.
I got worms on my finger. My nose.
Damn girl.